Hello and welcome. Welcome to Drakenmemoria. For those of you wondering what this is, well, it's Dungeons & Dragons, or more specifically, your group of people playing Dungeons & Dragons. So, if this is not something you want to watch, well, too bad. We're already started. But fortunately for you, depending on where you're watching this, you might have suggestions either to the right or to the left of the screen. So if you don't want to watch us, I strongly suggest that you take one of those. For everyone else who actually wants to be here, wants to watch us, like make fun of us, just like Dungeons and Dragons. No, well, you know, so long as they don't shout bad words, and I'm not saying shouting bad words, I'm saying, you know, even if they like laughing at us, it's fine. We're good with this. Or simply, if you just want to watch Dungeons & Dragons and you don't care who is playing Dungeons & Dragons, well, welcome. It's a pleasure to have you with us. If you're new, welcome. If you're not new and you're coming back from a previous session, welcome back. And that's about it. Unless any of you want to make some publicity for something.
No.
Okay.
Does your mother not know you're home?
I'm not sure where this is going. All right. Well, in that case, if you like the ambience, a thunderstorm that you're in the background, it's not in one of our home. It's the background that I'm playing currently. Ambient mixer. You can make them. You only have to pay for them if you download them. They're royalty free so long as you're just using them as backgrounds. Alright, and that's about it. So, on to the peculiar episode we're going to have today. Last episode, our party faced a creature of more than gargantuan size. Fortunately for them, their first reaction was not an aggressive one, with fear motivating them to take a less confrontational approach. They use a less practiced skill of theirs, diplomacy.
Also known as talk no jutsu amongst anime fans.
So, using their single party member able to communicate with the creature, they went from hopeful to terrorize and back to hopeful. And finally, after sort of befriending the creature, they were flung off the mountain, in a good way, to go back to their questing. So, now we are rejoining our time knights as they are making their way back to the garden to make sure that they're going to... Let me try and say this in a single shot. To make their rendezvous with the gnomes of the garden in the hope of selling slightly humiliating recording of Fisher. For science, of course.
Listen, what they do with it is none of my business. I'm just the provider.
Yeah, it is a gnome potion. They could get data off of this.
Yeah. So after having ankle biters, we're gonna have thigh lickers. It's gonna be a new expression. So well, like every expression, you need the proper context. Which I'm not gonna give. I really like the smile that you're all giving right now, so All right, and I think that's about exactly where we left everyone, except it wasn't raining, so let me turn off the gentle rain and thunderstorm in the background. So, as you're arriving to this little gate and you see the signs of profit flying above you in the form of a very distant dragon, you enter the gate leading to the garden. And as always, you find yourself in the lower floors of the residential quarter, of the garden. And everything went smoothly. Just a flash of light. And you're entering this large cargo area with a place where you always I was gonna say where you always place your horse and cart, but no, I don't think
We've never placed our horse and
that's what I was gonna say. I don't think you've ever done that. You always find him at the same place, but this is a first. Wow. I'm gonna have to mark that date.
Getting better, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, we were specifically asked not to leave it this time. She was like, I have a request.
Yeah.
Were we specifically asked to buy the horse?
Well, there's the horse also, who said that you had the feeling he had some abandonment issues growing.
We gave it a name too.
Yeah. It's been what? I've been browsing through all of the past episodes for titles I haven't used yet. And it's been about 110 episodes since someone promised the horse it would get a name.
Damn.
I gave it a name.
Yeah, finally. So
It doesn't really understand or like its name, but
What's its name?
I named it Boomerang.
Oh.
doesn't know what a boomerang is, but hey, now he's got a name.
Didn't George like name it? I forgot what George named it.
No, Fisher came up with a name for it, and then I was like arguing about it.
Oh yeah, and then I named it. It was Boomerang or William,
Yes, that's
Or
right.
Willie.
because I was like, no, not Willie.
And I thought of the name Nick because we're the Time Knights, but nobody wanted that.
And so, as the party enters this hangar place, still arguing about the name of the horse because it's fairly new, they could still change it. Everything went very smoothly for the first time. You actually are bringing back the horse and the cart. And
We could just name him Naysayer.
We walk into like a standing ovation.
oh
Oh my god, brought it back.
There are 5 gnomes looking at you and yeah!
They're looking at the audience. They're just happy you made it back in time.
There's just one in the back crying. It's like,
So you are in this large hangar area. You only see a couple of warden at each entrance. You see a couple of gnomes loading things on other carts. You see an adventurer in the background over there that's feeding its horse. You've seen him a few times. You've never actually talked to him. Looks human. He just sees you arriving and... keeps giving food to his horse.
So so what do we do now?
How many days has it been since we were here?
2 days and
2.
roughly 3 hours.
Yeah. So I still
Let's
have. I have until 7. So I have. I don't know, like 4 or 5 hours probably.
Well, I'm gonna go pick up some things that said that some people said would be done by now. Wait, did we ever get our knives and weapons from the
You
like
place the order.
bank?
Making weapons
Okay.
does take a few time. It does take a little bit of time, and you've only been gone for 2.5 days. So just for reference, I've been looking at everything you've ever asked me to do, including those that you forgot you asked me to do and are
Good.
ready, and you never came and picked them up.
And are ready.
Um,
Okay.
With the exception of what is already ready. So Tobiashi's mask is ready. 90%, 95% of everything you've asked me is going to be ready by the end of the month. There is the metal that's currently being purified for audience that's probably not going to be done by the end of the month.
What was that?
Is that the
The
dark?
No, it's the
That-
piece of metal that nearly drove you insane when you tried to tear it out from the tear between
right, okay,
worlds.
that piece of metal. I got it. Okay.
They told
Well,
you
you see,
it was going to take
You're so
time.
traumatized by the event.
You see,
that-
there's a reason why I forgot about that piece of metal. It's very scarred for me.
So that's probably still not going to be finished purifying by the end of the month. They still, well, you could always visit whomever's doing this, but you were warned it would take quite a lot of time. Other than that, most of the weapons that you've asked, great centaur, spear, trophies, audience, probably the trophy is going to be ready in a few days since it's just a trophy. Poisonous daggers, that's all things that are going to take 3 to 4 weeks. So, like I said, everything's going to be ready roughly by the end of the month. If you want to add things, well, then the counter will start for those. Because you actually have quite a lot of material that you didn't exactly give what you wanted to do. With the scales, you did say that you wanted to have a shield made that would hopefully keep the properties of the disorienting properties of the beast that you had it with.
And then I think I gave the shield I had over for that. Did I? No, I don't think I.
I don't think I think you've been keeping that shield ever since the beginning because it's pretty and shiny, but you've never actually done.
But I wanted it on that shield. But I don't.
They're probably gonna ask you the shield at one point so they can infuse it with the dust of
But I
the
assume
skill.
they just started that, so that's probably not gonna be ready.
Yeah, you all made those weapon orders only
2 days ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Last time you were here.
However, did we ever end up selling? Because we never got a price for that. Did we ever end up selling the all the blood and stuff? I know we said we did, but then we never actually got a price for how much we sold that for.
Well, actually, right now it's all in storage, and you did mention to a gnome that you were open to selling it, but that's as far as you went.
Okay. We should sell that then, because we were
Yeah.
going to sell.
We don't need
All right.
We just
all of
did.
that.
Yeah, we don't need all that blood.
I'll mention it to the gnomes after the auction tonight.
All right.
I'll be like, you may have missed out on this item, but we are
Let's go
still
pick up
selling.
my mask then. Okay.
Alright, so as you're getting off the cart and starting to make your way up to the residential quarter, the most obvious choice is, of course, the tavern at the center of this quarter. I'd say, audience, you hear your orb ringing.
Yes, this is audience.
Hey, listen.
Oh. Okay.
Trying to reach you about your cart's extended warranty.
Your carriage is extended warranty.
Well, it's not. You're not that far off. You see the image of a. You've never seen this dwarf. But it's clear it's a dwarf. Good strong beard. Rust colored. Dwarf looks. Yes. Finally. You are
Yes.
audience, I believe.
Yes, I am audience.
I was told you were the official leader of your group.
Yes, that is correct.
All right. We can do this on the orb if you want. Otherwise, we could always meet. I believe you're not all that far. I can always wait a few hours if you want to meet in person. My name is Kalvarn, and I've heard that you have actually quite a lot of merchandise, creature parts that you want to sell.
Yes, we do. They're in storage right now, but yes.
Yes, I've actually visited your storage. It's quite an impressive haul. The gnomes would probably do a fair job of buying stuff as they need it, but unfortunately gnomes aren't... How do you put this? They aren't necessarily very... intentionally dishonest, but still a bit dishonest about the worth of what they're going to take from this pile. They might only have the intention of investigating the properties of a slab of meat, and they're going to purchase it under the assumption that they're going to cook it and serve it. But just as they're doing this, they might get an idea and start deciding to drain out the blood inside of the meat, and then suddenly... Oh, you're right.
You
That was
good?
hot. That was too hot.
Or you like bit your tongue off or something?
I should. It burned. It would stop burning at least.
And then they're going to think about something else they could do, and because of that, you actually lost money. So I'm offering you my service to sell off everything at a more reasonable price.
Audience,
this
guy talks a lot.
I'll switch to Dwarven real quick, so the other people can't hear. That is a most interesting proposition. I don't know yet what the prices the gnomes would give, but I do believe I, could get a general sense of what a fair price would be if you, and selling it in bulk. I would say that there would in turn be probably the chance for a slight discount for you if you were able to sell it all in one haul, as that would be the most agreeable to us. So I'd be very willing to do business with you.
All right. Then in that case, I'll make sure that you get the most money for what you have. Because with gnomes, it's always a bad idea to sell in bulk. Because they have the intention of making one potion, and then they realize they could make another one, and then another one, and then another one, and then you've only paid as if they were going to make healing potions, but... they suddenly start making winter breeding potion and then
Yeah.
frost bombs. So it's better not to sell them in bulk. It's better to sell them in small doses. That way, if they get an idea and they come back and they say, "Oh, I want this because I'm making this," you can actually adjust the price.
Exactly. I agree. Very smart business.
What are you saying? What's going on? I'm just like looking in the orb.
Don't
I'm
worry
just
about it. Don't worry about it, Toby.
Yeah,
talk
audience,
business.
just be careful. That whole don't sell to them, they're gonna short you on the money. That's a pretty standard setup for scamming people.
Oh, I know.
like,
I'll
don't-
make sure. I'll make sure to know what the gnomes would actually buy it for before I sell it to the dwarf. I'll say. And
You know what you're doing.
yeah, back to you guys in common.
Did the dwarves hear you say that?
Well, he understands Dwarvish and Common, so yeah.
So yes.
Yeah.
But I'm sure this fine gentleman out
They
here, as they
know.
turning back to the orb. I mean, I've worked with dwarves before. They very rarely, they're very honest folk. I'm sure this man would never want to start off a business relationship with a fine adventuring party like us by trying to shortchange us.
Of course not.
That would be.
Of course not. Ask Core. Although he does eat most of the meat he hauled back from whatever he kills.
Respect it.
Respect.
All right then.
Oh, kind of seems like a waste to me.
Although I do believe I have now met a larger creature on this island change than Core has. You can let him know I said that.
Really? Well,
Yeah.
all right. I'll let him know.
He's not allowed to kill it, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know, he might go off, try and kill a mountain.
The mountain, you say? Wow.
Actually, a full mountain range almost, or the avatar of one.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes more sense.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember anyone attacking a mountain before, but
Yeah.
Avatar of a mountain. Well, I've never met one, but
Just tell Core to let Core know next time you see him that I think I found the biggest creature and he can come find me when he's one upped me on that.
all right.
Fish is gonna lean over to Rami and just mumble, Core is probably dumb enough to go try and attack just a mountain.
I don't know if Core would lose, honestly.
Don't know.
Well, I don't think if it's just a normal mountain, you can't really lose unless cause a cave in on yourself and then.
Yeah,
My head slide.
that is a
Yeah.
good point.
Maybe just minor illusions, the rock blizzard from not even a day ago.
There's a difference between fighting a regular mountain and the. Never mind.
Anyway, I'd be happy to meet with you in a couple hours. I have somewhere to be at 7, but
Oh yes, I've heard rumors about that. Gnomes are all gathering their things and making sure they have enough money on them. Actually, been quite a lot of them converting our money to your money.
oh, well, it's good to hear. Sounds like we'll be able to get quite a lot. I'll give Fisher the thumbs up. All right. Well, I will. Where do you want to meet in a few hours? Do you want to meet in the tavern, or do you have somewhere else you would like to meet?
Oh no, tavern's fine.
All right. Always better to do business over a drink.
Absolutely.
All right. I will see you here in a few hours then.
All right. See you in a few hours.
All right. I'll hang up. I'll give a small wink to Remy because I do think audience knows this. But I'll be like, dang, Remy, a full crowd, all with loaded pockets, could be a good place for you.
Remy's gonna draw the ire of every single gnome in there. He's not gonna be able to set foot in the garden without a gnome wanting to prank him.
I'll just give Remy a wink and then keep walking.
What have you become?
Alright, well, what are we doing in the meantime then?
Well,
Should
I'm
we
gonna
get
go.
paid for the job that we just did?
We could go get paid for the job. I'm also gonna go try and figure out what the actual price I could sell to the gnomes would be
Oh.
for all the material, so
That's smart.
I know what the dwarf is offering. I assume he's trustworthy, but I just want for reference.
Yeah.
Maybe you should ask
Smart.
around about him.
If he says core is a. Here's the thing.
Or wouldn't
because
deal with somebody that screwed
wasn't
him
honest. Also, you wouldn't screw over Core and live to tell the tale. So
over. Hmm.
the fact that he actually mentioned Core as the adventurer that works with him, I feel like he's fairly honest.
Yeah.
All right, so the plan: you go get paid for the job we just did. I gotta go pick up my mask while you guys do whatever you guys do, and then I will meet back up with you, audience, because I want to see where this thing goes at 7. And yeah,
Well, was your mask being made by the gnomes or like more proficient people? Consistently proficient.
I'm pretty sure it was the gnomes.
Custom-made object, you would have had to go to the research floor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the
In
gnomes.
that case, I'm pretty sure that's where all our stuff is.
Most of it. I'm pretty sure some of the weapons can actually be made nearly directly from the stores, or in the lower part where they convert raw material. Making a great scimitar from a hook from a gargantuan snake doesn't require a whole lot of effort. It already has the good shape.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I'll follow you
Off
guys.
to the gnomes then.
After we get paid.
Alright. Did we not get paid there?
No, we did not get paid.
Okay.
They're
He
gonna
said
pay
the
us when we
other
got back.
person. He said that the person has our payment when we got back.
Alright.
And it's fun that you never bothered to look at what the payment for this quiz was.
That's okay. Actually, we're right by the tavern, right?
You're in the same district.
Nice
We'll get
hot bowl
paid
of soup.
in
Okay.
knowledge of Owl Mountain.
I'm like, give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna go to the tavern and click on our accepted quests list and finish so I can see actually who we're going to go get money from.
Smart.
Mhm.
All right.
Hey, save Rami a spell slot.
So, you quickly go to the tavern where you see a lot of people are there talking. Just a few adventurers. It's still pretty early in the day. You make your way to the last floor where you are just behind another one of those adventurers. Actually, from the back, you're not sure if it's a male or female.
So an elf, probably, though.
It's slightly mean.
Or dwarf, just in the other direction.
Yeah, actually, that's a valid
Good
point. So, this person is just looking at the board right now, trying to probably find a quest, or just browsing a bit. No. Touching one quest, it's written as things are being mysteriously stolen in a village. Suspected bunch of goblins, probably. When he touches it, it becomes green. So, okay, just keeps scrolling, and He's very distracted, or she's very distracted, not paying attention to you.
I mean, I'll wait. I get it. Picking quests is important. But also,
Oh, yeah, that's an interesting one. I mean, looks a little bit challenging. I think everyone would. No, that's not gonna. People are not gonna like this. I mean.
That sounds like sexual harassment waiting to happen.
Then change quest again. And you have to wait there for a good 10 minutes before this person suddenly realizes, oh my god, if you know what you're looking for, come on, please go ahead. Now that you're seeing this person from the front, okay, you're mostly sure it's male.
okay.
And you're right, it's probably half elven.
I'll be like, it'll only be a sec, and I'll quickly walk up to the board and I'll click on our finished accepted quests kind of list, whatever tab that's in. Dead.
Oh wow, this is an interesting quest you just did. So, what was inside? What did you do exactly?
Killed some bird people.
Bird people.
Parringtons, to be exact, I think.
Oh yeah. I think I've heard about this.
Just something, to keep up the work. Nothing too big.
Your passive insight lets you know that they really don't know what a paraton is, but they said that they do anyway. Oh yeah. I've heard about those.
Yeah,
Nasty creature.
Are you a fairly new adventurer, or you've been doing this for a bit?
No, I mean, been taking it a bit easy. So impressive. Everyone that's here, it's a bit overwhelming. I mean, just look at all of you. I mean, you. I think you were part of the. Well, of course you were part of the expedition in the mountains. I think they'd said that every single Dragonborn was there. So obviously you were part of the expedition.
Yes.
That's pretty impressive.
Thank you. I'm gonna look. Do I get the information I need?
Yes. To get the reward. To get the reward. Haha, finally. Go to the knowledge quarter. Someone who's waiting there because they're as interested at what was there and everything that can be learned. There is a small amount of gold, 200 gold that had been set there. There is a mention that anything you find is yours to keep during the quest.
Okay, 200 gold. And I think that was the only quest we need to get paid for, because I don't think the other ones had a payment.
No, that's it. Usually,
I think it was mostly just find what you...
The payment is what you find.
Yeah. It's usually
this was the only...
It's the default payment whenever someone is hiring you doesn't have enough money to pay you, but they think that there might be something valuable in what happens. Your payment is whatever you find.
Yeah. All right. I'll be like, well, we're headed off to the knowledge quarter. Don't be. I'd say stick to the green quests, and you'll be all right. They'll get you to where you want to be eventually.
Right.
You take that red one.
Okay. Yeah. I'll take that into advisement, of course.
This person just does not seem confident. So.
No, actually, you're slowly getting the impression of someone who is waiting by the printer to make sure so that you think he's waiting for something that they printed, but they actually aren't they just don't want to do anything.
Yeah.
You get the feeling he is genuinely impressed and overwhelmed, and feels like whatever he's gonna take, it's not gonna matter anyway. I mean, next to you all.
We started where you're at. Just gonna find some people.
Actually, this is when we find out that the guy's actually colorblind, so he's literally just clueless as to what's level appropriate for him.
I mean, they all look purple.
The most important thing is just to find a good party who you trust, and rest is easy.
Yeah, I've heard about this. I don't know if anyone in here is looking for someone. I don't know. Have you ever heard of someone looking for a group?
Can I give him the name of the bumblefuck that I sold my greatsword to?
Wait, what?
It's a bumble. I don't even know who this is, but
Oh, yeah, him. Yeah, sure. Absolutely.
That seems to be about the level this guy's looking for.
Fisher sold his great sword a few episodes ago. Gave him more information about what happened in the store. Let's just say that he met someone who got in over his head and needed a sword right now. Was willing to pay more than it was worth. Yeah, sure. So looks at you and thank you.
I think they're out adventuring right now, or they were. They might be back, but good.
Well, with just the name, I'm sure I can actually talk to the person, get something more. Sure, Sira is probably gonna be able to connect me to them. They're still alive right now.
They're probably still alive.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I mean, and taps on the tab where there's those that were lost. And, well, the name's not there, so if he's dead, nobody knows about it yet. Of course, audience, there's always this little moment whenever you see this list of people. It's still short, but you see the name of Cathan, who died pulverized by rock.
listen. Just because we left her to 1v1 a direwolf while us and the entire army fought the other one, it's not our fault.
She has agency too.
And the fact that you feel like you have to defend yourself about it shows me how the audience reacts when he sees this.
I was just like, sad.
I wonder if they send people out to go collect their gear after they're dead.
Speaking of, actually, because this is important, when he does pull up the list, though, I don't see Tasul, do I?
No.
Because that's actually... Okay, good.
No.
Good call.
Good thought.
Yeah.
So it
do they have,
updates
like,
automatically, right? There's like a dead man switch that on everyone.
Whenever they
Although
learn
there's-
about it, yes.
Oh, okay. So we could be dead.
Although,
Well,
there's
they
now a
learn
new
about it
call.
pretty quick.
We just look at it, we just see our names. They just marked us as dead after they saw the footage of us being tossed off the mountain.
like, well, they're goners.
Sure they didn't survive this.
A dead man walking here.
Can you believe they did it willingly?
So yeah, no, you don't see Tasul there. you get to see a few other quests. You see that a lot of people are actually on quests right now. Let's see. Which name do you know? There's starting to be a lot of names that you actually know.
We know everybody.
Nearly. I did say that there were about 50 of them, and right now I think you know the name of over 25 of them.
Damn.
We know all the important ones.
Yeah,
The ones worth our time.
those that core call
Some of them were
the
just
adventurers.
random crit boar in the wilderness.
All right. So who's actually on quest right now? Oh well, apparently you're the only dragonborn who is inside of the garden today. The 3 other dragonborns are on quest. Sorry,
You're lacking.
the 2 cousins, Kehazin and Kodon, are on a quest together. Darkahin is currently on a quest with Amiali.
Nice.
Temptress is apparently currently inside of the garden. Koran and Neisa are currently on a quest. Connie is on a quest right now. Something that looks rather simple. Just taking care of druidic business. Something about a tree throwing fruit at people.
My God.
So
Sounds like the most important quest to be on.
Dorg's
Dorg
"Missed
is
it."
like, damn it.
How did we miss that? We would have loved that quest, wouldn't we, guys? Wouldn't we, guys?
I mean, you can
For
go,
sure,
Dorg. It's
Dorg.
up to you now.
I mean, audience is interested in a whole lot of women. Connie is actually a female druid, so you know. Two gnomes
Your audience,
are actually
scoot
on.
over.
The 2
I need to
gnomes.
look at something.
Yep, go ahead.
Oh,
I scrolled back to the goblins quest that this dude was looking at
Yeah.
when we walked up. What is it?
It's a small village, very far south, that a lot of equipment has been disappearing. They're near a mountain. It's mostly digging equipment that have been disappearing. Villagers, there hasn't been any death, but they are getting annoyed by this because it's the 3rd time that they have to buy nearly every single piece of equipment you need to enter into a mine. It's considered, for you, it's probably let's say by a World of Warcraft standard, great.
These are mine goblins.
Well,
Not the goblins I'm looking for. I'm good.
well, they're apparently interested in mining equipment. A lot of it, apparently. But yeah.
I'll leave it for someone else.
Fun though, we just clean them out.
It would
Or
be kind of fun.
negotiate.
Yeah, getting a good quest where you can just enter and slaughter so many people. It's always good for the self-esteem, you know.
Oh yeah.
We just killed 120 goblins. Ah! Well,
That's a lot of goblins.
we were level 7, but you know. It's
Fine. fine.
Hey, action economy,
No
man.
mercy. No mercy.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know if we could just go kill 100. That would be like we have no
How
area of
about-
effect spells.
How about we take the quest and see who can finish it first?
We each go in there. I'm not sure that's how it works.
That's an
We can
interesting
make a
way
bet
of
on it.
incorporating PvP inside of a group. All right, we know we have to get this orb at the end. First one who touches it gets the reward.
It's not first one who touches it. First one who gets it out.
Even
And then
better.
PvP starts.
Just that's how we started playing football in this approach.
That's what I was thinking.
Shoot through the corridors.
You see whatever creatures in there looking at this. What the heck are they doing? Oh, that looks like it hurts.
I mean, we could play quest roulette and just like wait. So does this thing like scroll? Can I take my finger and like scroll it? Can I just like pick a random one?
we should go get paid, and then
Yeah.
we can
We're
figure
going
this
to-
stuff
we're
out
going to
later.
go- We're going to
Because
go
I think
get
we
paid.
might have our own quests that we're looking
Okay.
to follow here.
Yeah, I have things I need to do at least.
All right.
Yeah, I'm just gonna tag along. They're making my spear, but that's about it.
Yeah, that's just.
Yep. I just gotta go grab my mask on the way over to talking to the gnomes. Well, while we're at the gnomes.
You know, it's always interesting. If you survive the gnomes, you get what you want, mostly. You might get a bracer that you can use to throw jars of jelly, but hey.
Oh, we could also go check out the ye old gold stuff, you know, because we have ye old gold and we gotta get like turned in or something, see how much it is. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
I'm just gonna go.
Whoever has ye old gold.
If there's any collectors around.
All right.
Oh, like the
Yeah.
oh well, after the knowledge quarter
I'm assuming you're having this discussion as you're walking.
on the way there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, the garden is pretty large. You can't get anywhere within 5 minutes unless you're right on the edge. So you go to the large quarter, and as always, you see a large variety of warden cataloging things. You do see Temptress at one of the table. She's apparently researching something. There's a lot of book around her. Sort of make a small contrast with how you're used to seeing her. Very much on display. But now she feels a little bit more withdrawn. Maybe even a side of her that you didn't expect finding at one point. Someone who actually is very good at doing research.
Okay, well, she seems.
Audience is like, oh, she's a nerd. Never mind.
Yeah, but she's a sexy nerd. Oh man, I feel like I'm being pulled apart.
No, audience will leave her alone. She is obviously deep in research, and he has things to do too. If she looks his way, he'll give the casual nod of like, "What's up?" But that's about it. The classic slate head nod.
Play it
just like,
cool. Yeah,
like-
play it cool.
we know each other, but we're both busy.
All right. I'm sure it comes up at some point. She's also very perceptive. Of course, you see a few of the nameless adventurers looking at her from a distance.
I'm like, look at them, just like, did you get head nods? No, you didn't. I got a head nod.
What's
up?
Go ahead, man.
But you see, you got a head nod, but immediately when somebody else walked by, she gave them the lowered bifocals.
Shit, I did not
Ooh.
get the lowered bifocals. No. That is the upgrade.
No, it's always the question of good competition. You see this there, you give it a nod, and then suddenly you see Sarn entering, and then immediately, Ah, yes. And he goes to sit right next to her. And they start researching something together. Damn! I didn't know Sarn was this forward with
Sarn,
people.
Sarn's the player?
Sarn can
Alright.
talk?
Yeah, he is.
Sarn got it. Alright, Sarn, I see you. Okay.
Of course, he's 3 feet tall, and she's probably nearing 6 feet, so...
Hey, you know what? The short kings need some love too.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I
Wisdom
can
of
lift
old
two
age.
books at once.
No. Anyway, audience is gonna go find this person who's gonna
Alright.
give him 200 gold.
Yeah,
I want 200 gold.
it just takes a few minutes. You look around. Eventually, you simply ask one of the warden. You're pointed to another warden. When you arrive next to that warden, you look at both of them for a while. How do they know? They look the same. Fisher, just because you're used to hearing other construct talk, I mean, physically speaking, it's true that they look nearly identical, but you are used to seeing these little things which helps differentiate those of the same species as you. So you know, it's...
I know where to look for the serial number.
Well, they're all wearing robes, so it's under the foot. You know, when they're walking, the foot goes up, and oh, okay, there it is.
Well, you see, like, I like to think like serial numbers are kind of like like birthmarks. They're not all in the same place, but they're very identifiable once you know where they are.
It's the same mark, it's just somewhere different. That's how you tell them apart. It's not the mark
It's
is
just
different.
where they put it.
All right. So you're presented to a warden. He thanks you. What kind of information do you add to this?
Do you want to talk to a mountain?
I mean, I think we already gave the report. We already gave that to Sierra, but I'll let him know, like...
Well, you gave a preliminary report. Wow, that was hard to say. So how much more do you add to this?
Well, I'll tell him that it was the Peritons, which were the creatures, since that was the initial quest.
Okay.
Killed
And that, like, kind of what the Peritons, then we'll say how the Peritons seem to be acting unusual, how they seem to almost be afraid of something, and then I'll go into more. I'll be like, Sierra's probably gonna be able to give more information about this later because we did give her a report.
His orb froze.
Oh no.
That's what I was gonna say. Oh. But we're doing this in person.
Actually, you know what?
Yeah, I'll give him the report. No need to
All right.
talk to Sierra.
So, like I said, it was mostly a resume that you gave Sierra. So that's what I want to know is just how much more detail are you adding to this? Are you telling everything? Are there things that you're keeping for yourself?
I will. I think the only thing I'll. Nah, I'll give him that.
The way you stopped
I just
talking,
let
I
him
was
know
afraid
that-
that you froze also.
My brain froze. I'll
Oh,
let him know.
audience unfroze, but we can't hear you.
Hey.
How long was I talking to myself?
At least 2 minutes.
Alright, well,
The whole time I was bumbling.
I guess I gave half the report, and then I just stopped talking suddenly, and Fisher gave another.
Oh,
You're-
isn't that so cute? They're already finishing each other's reports.
Suddenly your attention got drawn by Temptress, who just woke up and stretched a little bit. Ah.
I was just like, and we saw the parried and.
And that's
What?
when that's when audience realized that there's a broken button on her vest that she hasn't repaired yet.
It's the top one. No.
Knowing her, she took it off.
All right. So as I was saying, the report you gave to Sierra was slightly superficial. So what I want to know is just how much information are you giving? Is there anything you are keeping to yourself, or are you just giving the full report?
I mean, I don't think there's anything specific. I'll give him the same kind of preliminary report that I gave Sarah, but I'll also be like, Sarah should probably have more information on this later, since we're probably gonna, since we did get permission for her to potentially send like people to talk to this individual.
Well, I think this is the guy that would want to know about that. So
I guess I'll tell him that then. I mean, I'll tell him that. I'm not like holding anything back.
Okay. This is why I'm saying I'm going more with the. Is there anything you are holding back rather than
no?
what are
I
you
mean,
saying?
it's the warden, so no.
Okay.
Because it's a warden, I'm like the wardens are all kind of. I trust the wardens.
They're weird, but I trust them.
They're not like another adventurer.
We're still waiting for the reveal that they're the BBEG of the campaign. So
Yeah,
for
I
now,
don't know.
it's fine.
Oh, I still have a few mysteries about the garden in store.
I mean, they definitely all got a sketchy past, but like they seem to have a pretty solid non-interference stance here, so that's good enough.
Okay. All right. So as you're telling all of this, well, that's very interesting, and of course, everything you've just shared is most likely going to be added to research. Probably a few more expedition to people we can trust with such sensitive and potentially deadly task.
Yeah.
Very
You probably want someone who speaks primordial.
Oh, make sure to add this. Yes, of course.
Don't mine in his body.
Oh, don't worry.
Oh yeah, he doesn't like dwarves. Also.
Well, that's understandable. If it is the embodiment of a mountain, dwarves, I would imagine, would feel like parasites.
Yeah. So maybe if it's like a diplomatic team, don't have a dwarf be the spokesperson.
Usually for diplomatic elements, we either send Amiali or Neisa. They are the most well-spoken.
They'd probably be fine.
Depending on who we need to develop a relationship with, sometimes we do send Temptress, but I'm not sure her attributes would help.
It's hard to flirt with a mountain.
Yeah.
I feel like
unless
like someone
you
who
turn
hasn't
into
tried.
like a kind of like volcano, I don't think it would be that. I don't know. I don't know what they're into.
We need the fan art. We need the fan art.
A volcano? What?
No, of her talking to the dragon. Or the mountain.
Yeah, it's imagine there is a gnome in the background that's just listening to this, and then imagining Temptress talking to the mountain. If you got someone who makes fan art, of course I'll be interested in it. I mean, we are supposed to get an interesting update on the arts of the channel, so why not?
Yeah. All right. Thank you. Do we get our money?
Yes, he gave you the 200
Okay.
gold.
All right. What's 200 divided by 5? I don't want to do the math.
A number
Yeah,
40.
40. All right. Each add 40 gold to your inventory.
And of
Gold.
course.
And this is what happens when you leave school, kids.
Good goal.
So, are you giving them the address of the gate that you took?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's always also very interesting. It would help to make sure transportation can be done quickly. It's rather easy.
Yeah,
to
make sure
trace.
whoever shows up lets them know that I sent them.
I will. Very well. Thank you very much for the additional information and possibly relationship with the physical manifestation of an elemental element of your world. I feel there is probably something a little bit more to give.
Make a mighty warrior. Don't do that. That'll be corrupt.
Was that George?
Nothing.
Dork having his own moral conversation out loud with himself.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you feel would be helpful in your adventures? I'm sure we can find something. I'm wondering if you have a suggestion.
That's
Everything.
a very open question.
More money?
Well, if you are seeking to solve everything with simple money, I can always arrange this. But I would.
I don't really want that. That was a
Magic stuff.
I like gems, expensive gems, certain gems. Make me immune.
Oh, if this is something that you feel you would be very helpful, I'm sure something can be arranged. I do believe that someone has set aside a little bit of money for you. Could always be exchanged for gems.
Who has set aside a little bit of? Who's this individual? Do we have a surprise benefactor, or is it something?
Or is this another quest that we already finished and forgot?
No, actually, and it's something that I believe you have given. A large tome of research has been added by gnomes regarding rare minerals. Something that looks a bit like, well, and he points toward your shoulder and part of your chest. It looks a little bit like that.
Right. But then I was taking a cut from that. I set up a whole bit. Yep. I remember that. I'm smart. Just take that. Okay. Not smart enough to remember when I was smart. Smart.
It's enough to know that you have been smart at one point.
Yeah, if they could, let me check my item real quick. What items? Well, it depends how much there are. But let me check my item. How much money was it that was set aside?
I'm not sure. I just remember something being mentioned about any research and profit generated by research should be forwarded in part to you. And I have been seeing quite a lot of gnomes pranking one another with stone that have a rather explosive rate of growth. So I'm guessing there has been quite a few purchases.
Okay. Well, I will. I guess I'll. That's another. Who could I talk to find out about that sum?
I believe it was delivered directly to your quarters.
Oh, I guess I haven't been back to my quarters for a long time. Yeah, I guess I'll go look at that. Cool.
Oh, I have a
Okay.
question.
Yes.
Do you know anybody who collects old coins? Like these, and then I'll show her my silver and copper that is all the old gold.
That's very interesting. And where are they coming from?
What?
They don't
It
cost
happened
a
so
ton of
long
coins or
ago.
nothing.
It happened so long ago, but not that long ago. Where?
Amy just looks at the camera.
Okay. Yeah. I look over at audience. I'm like, wait, where did we go again? That was back in time, or wait, was it?
Time.
Talking about Bahanor.
Amy says in
Bahanor.
Tobiashi's favorite voice, Bahanor.
Yeah, that place. That's where they're coming from.
It all comes back when you hear her voice and you have this moment of, oh, I hate her. And then the guilt from everything that she's probably going to have to face in the future. I want to hate her, but I feel so bad for hating her.
Yeah.
But now she's already faced it though, so.
Well, technically, she's probably been dead for 1,400 years.
We don't know this. She could have found immortality.
Who knows?
Audience is always hopeful.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's the first princess that audience knows personally.
Yeah, they're from Bahanor.
Yes. All of the information given and cataloged. Well, I can certainly add them to the research we currently have. If you have at least one example of each kind of coin, that would always go a great deal to adding to the knowledge pool.
Okay, I think I have a gold, a copper. Well, I have a couple gold. I have a couple copper and a couple silver. So I'll give her one of each of them.
Very well. Thank you very much. As for where you could get the rest, well, there are, of course, always, I'd say, dwarves might be interested in this. It is something, a bit of a collection thing.
Okay.
Gnomes might be interested, although for them it might be more for experiments. So I hope you're not attached to what happens once you give them. If not, I'm pretty sure that you could try and sell some to adventurers. It is quite
How much?
old, coming from a legendary place.
How much do you think they would sell for?
Well, that depends on how desperate the adventurer is to getting something that is part of their own history.
Okay. All right. I will make sure to look out for that.
I would guess that you would probably have the highest return if you can find someone that collects things in one of your major cities.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
Very welcome. Anything else?
training.
Well, you unfortunately need someone to help you with training. Depending on which one you want. Of course, if it's simply to learn language, books can be sufficient, and just have someone to help you learn pronunciation. If you're looking for martial training, I would probably more advise sentinels in the garrison.
Wizard training.
Wizard training. Well, you are in the right place, of course. This would be the perfect place to do research. I do believe you are already versed in spell training, so it would probably not be too difficult to learn the basic and start to expand with this. You'd probably need someone to help you build a book. Other than that,
Yeah. That's
I feel like you can simply use these facilities as much as you want. For all the knowledge, I can even set aside a researcher for you.
Yeah, that'd be great.
For when you decide to make the jump to arcane knowledge and arcane research, I will set aside for you a researcher that will help you for your first 2 researches.
Sweet.
So in D&D term, what that means is that if you decide to take 1 level in mage or sorcerer, you can have 2 spell research free. You still have to pay the time, but it's not going to cost you anything.
Mm-hmm. Sick.
Very well. Anything else I can do? You hear Temptress in the background just going, Caranth, I do believe we need a few new tomes. We are slightly stumped by this reference in this book. The Sentinel looks at you and... Anything else? I believe I am needed somewhere else.
You should go.
We might swing by at some point
Well, of course.
if we think of something.
The Knowledge Quarter is always open to anyone wishing to learn. Or wishing to hide from gnomes. Apparently this has become a bit of a normal happening here.
Yeah. Fisher might need that info for later. What? I mean, anyway, we need to go.
All right. Well, I will let you go and do what you need to do. You do seem to look a little distracted. You keep looking at your friend, and he points at you, audience, and you, Fisher, when he says this. You seem to have something on your mind.
Oh, I mean, I'm fine. All right, I'll be going. Audience is gonna walk away.
The warden gives you a bow and let you leave. Just as you're leaving, Remy, your eyes catch on an upper level of this place you're pretty sure you just saw the silhouette of a goblin rifling through the backpack of someone who has just left it there on the railing and is doing research a little bit further off. Judging from the mumbling you're hearing, he's not finding anything he think is interesting.
The gobble.
Yes. The single and only
is-
goblin inside the garden.
All the others were wiped out in the massacre.
My bad.
Alright.
Although it does remind Raimi that he really does need to modify most of the party's backpacks.
Ooh.
Maybe once that pen finishes.
Well, that's something you need to settle with everyone else.
Like we would notice.
Yeah, but it makes for good exercise, you know. Just make sure no one has something dangerous in their backpack and, you know, add something, subtract something. It's always good to keep these skills fresh. I mean, mathematics. Not stealing, of course. We would never suggest that you need to practice those.
Also, just bold assumption that everybody is making about what I meant by that.
I assumed you were gonna like prevent others from stealing.
I have no
I'm not
idea.
thinking anything.
His mind is a blank. He's just following audience.
Audience is going to talk to some gnomes about what they would pay for blood.
Alright.
Dangerous question.
Perfectly normal.
Specify the blood,
Topic.
please.
They're like, what blood type
No.
is it?
So the research and development is commercial and resource is oddly enough just next to the knowledge quarter. So it only takes you maybe half an hour, 40 minutes to find your way inside of whichever of the three tier you want to be in. The commercial level, where everything is sold and there's more than just gnomes here. The resource management level, where it's mostly dwarves.
I would just go to the commercial.
Okay.
But
And
I
as,
guess I gotta go to research, or I gotta go to commercial. Wait,
you need to
Yeah,
go
we-
get your mask. Yeah.
yeah, I gotta go get my mask. I'll head that way
oh,
into a wall.
you find yourself in front of a staircase going up. It's written research level. Ah, damn it.
See you guys later. I might lose a leg or something, but I'll be back.
Good luck.
Yeah, Varunak saying, hope we see you again.
Maybe just slowly pulls out and unfolds a well-loved taking all bets sign.
All right. So, the first question for Tobiyashi is, are you gonna stop anywhere on that level, or are you gonna go exactly and only where your mask is?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go right to where my mask is. I don't got time to die.
All right. Well, let's see. You have to push back a gnome arriving in your direction at one point, and he's got 2 bottles in front of him. One of them has a deep purple liquid, and the other one has a near fluorescent pink liquid in it.
Oh. Wait a minute.
You got him.
What are those for?
I can't remember.
So, next question. Are they safe to consume?
I can't remember.
Alright, I should probably not drink these. I'm gonna walk away.
But hey, if you want to help me, I know I'm supposed to take them to someone.
Okay.
And I'm supposed to tell them the result of the research. But I can't remember what the result of the research is.
Ah, I see. Well,
the thing is, when you look at the 2 bottles, it feels like there's a gulp missing in each one of them.
Why not? I mean, I could take those off your hands and try to find out who they belong to.
No, I'm pretty sure I have to give it back to someone. But I'd really appreciate help remembering what each one does.
I see. Okay.
I'm gonna get in trouble.
Then.
Well, I'm not sure if I'm gonna get in trouble, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get in trouble if I find whoever needs this and I can't tell them what they do when I'm supposed to know what they do.
All right, I could try them for you.
Would you? I'd appreciate it. I feel like someone tried it, but they probably left because I don't remember anyone walking with me. Actually, I don't remember waking up today. Actually, do you know what my name is?
I do not. I just got here.
You too, huh? Okay.
Yeah, I just got here. So? Do I try it one at a time?
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Do I try them both at once?
That could be interesting. I don't know. Maybe that was part of the research. Maybe you do have to combine them. I mean, that would make sense. You know, there are 2 of them.
Yeah, that's true, and they're good colors. I like the colors of them.
Yeah.
I should mean something. Why not? I'll take both of them, and I'll drink a shot of both of them at once. Let's see if I explode.
Toby disappears. It's just a blank
Tobiyashi,
slate
you need to make a new character.
Just when I was about to get my mask.
Too bad. Alright, so combining effects. Let's see what does that do.
Your new character's name is Morbiyashi.
It's Morbin time.
He's got a amnesic backstory, and
he doesn't know what happened. He just remembered that his name, is that right? I think it's Terayashi. I mean, it fits with the look.
All I know is it's time to morb.
Alright, so you take a swig of each one of them. Intriguing. Let's see.
Give me superpowers.
Well, first I'll have you make a Constitution saving throw.
Alrighty. Let me roll it. Con save. Oh man, that was too good. I rolled 21.
21. All right.
That just means you're not going to be on the shitter for the rest of the day. Good job.
You take them and you let them mix in your mouth before you swallow everything. It's a little thick and has a little bit of a spicy taste to it. Like
Pepto-Bismol.
bubbly mix with spicy. It feels like it falls in your stomach like a rock. Actually, it really feels like you got a rock in your stomach now. Ooh.
Happy Pride Month, everybody.
Anti-Pepto-Bismol.
Oh, that's interesting. What happens if you take anti-Pepto-Bismol and Pepto-Bismol at the same time? You're starting to sweat just a little bit. You're looking at the gnome, and then things get a little blurry inside of your mind. You know, it's a gnome, and you think about it, and you say again in your head, it's a gnome. It's a gnome. Feel like there's something else to this. You look around and colors seems to be mixing a little bit. You know? You're sure that the top part was more of a gray-blue color. But now it's turning sky blue. And you start thinking about... Roll a d10 for me, please.
Alright. D10. It's an 8.
It's an 8. You're starting to think very fondly. Not want to have sex, but like it's your best friend. Nearly on the cusp of more, but, you know, feels like you've known them for so long. It wouldn't get to that. You're having those thought about Remy.
Okay. I see. I'm just like looking around. I'm like, I remember why I'm here for, right? I know why I'm here.
Well, it's a bit blurry. You remember taking the bottles, and you remember you were about to take a drink of them, but you're not sure if you actually drank from them. But they're still in your hands.
Drink it again? No. I feel like I have something I need to do. Wait, I'll look over at the gnome and be like, "Did I drink these?"
I'm not sure. Who are you again?
Is there any... I'm pretty sure I just got here. I met you earlier.
Okay. Well, that it makes sense, you know, that you'd be in front of me if you met me. And man, Tobiyashi, Remy is just overwhelming your mind right now. You really miss Remy right now.
Like, where's Remy at? I think that's why I was here. I think it was to meet Remy.
Oh, do you think
I
I'm
might.
Remy? Maybe that's my name. You know that's not his name. You know who Remy is.
Yeah, I don't think that's your name.
Oh,
You still got to figure that one out.
yeah.
I think I have to pick up something here.
Really? Maybe it's for Remy.
Maybe. I know we're good friends and everything. Huh.
Man, you're more than good friends with Remy. Right now, you feel like you could tell him every single secret of your life.
Oh my gosh.
All he would need to do is ask, and you would tell him your entire life story. As if he already knew it and he just forgot about it, you know? It's
Okay.
why keep secrets from
Huh.
Remy? Such a good friend.
That's true. Huh. Well, if I haven't drank these already, I should probably drink it.
Right?
Is that what we're here for?
I don't know.
Alright, why not? I'll drink the pink one now. Just the pink one.
All right, I'll drink the purple one then.
Okay.
So, you take another swig of the pink one, and you know, you feel like your stomach is settling just a little bit. Oh, I feel like it was working really hard in there. And man, you really feel like you should invite Remy for dinner. You know, a good dinner. Not the kind of dinner that you'd buy just for audience, or no, really a really good dinner that would show just how much you appreciate Remy in life.
I see that. I'm like, I think I have a dinner to go set up. Wait, do you guys sell dinner here?
You look at the gnome just finishing to drink the purple potion. Who are you again?
We just drank a potion.
Really? I don't
Yeah.
remember. Oh well, there's half of it missing. I guess you're right.
I think you had to go tell somebody what happens when we drink it.
Really? Do you
Maybe.
do you know what happens?
I don't know. A lot of colors are moving around,
Really?
and I just want to go see my best friend Remy.
Oh well, I really won't hold you then. If you have something to do, I will absolutely. And thank you for trying to help. I really appreciate it.
Okay. I walk away with the potion. I'm going to. Do I remember I need to go grab the mask?
It's a bit hazy in your mind, but yeah.
All right, I'll go do that, and then I have to go get a dinner ready for me and Remy.
A good
And,
one, you know?
Yeah, like a nice steak dinner, maybe some lobster, some tilapia. Mm-hmm.
All right, and so you venture forward, and I feel like this encounter was pretty nice. I don't need to roll the second one that I have. So
Wait, what? Okay.
Well, there was going to be 2 gnome approaching you, but you forgot about the other one, you know. That's what happened when you drink weird potions. So,
Yeah. That's exactly what happens.
absolutely. You find the person that has your mask, and as you approach, oh, right, you're here, finally. Just finished it last night.
Nice. What? I'm still trying to remember. How much do I owe you for it?
150 gold.
All right. Here you go. Wait, this is to help me out with Remy, right?
Well, it
Wait, I added
does
it.
feel like a portion of that gold should go to the dinner, but you know, if you have more than that, I mean, you can buy an incredibly impressive dinner for a single platinum.
Okay. Yeah, I will grab the mask. I'll say thank you very much. Does it have everything that we talked about?
Oh, absolutely. You just need to put it on. There's a little moment for activation. I mean, you have to be centered on it. So, in D&D terms, you need to be attuned to it. But you only need to think about it, put it on. Hopefully, you put it on, then you think about it. But I never tried it if you don't put it on first. But I'm pretty sure it's easier if you put it on and then you think about it. And it's going to start translating everything. You can see through this eye here that is just basically glass, colored glass. You do seem to have a little bit of a pinkish color moving about your face right now. It fits a little weirdly with the mask that you just asked. Well, anyway, you know what you wanted. Your face has a slightly more vibrant pink color than usual.
Nice. All right.
So
I'll say,
you just have to put it on, think about it, and it's going to translate whatever you're hearing or reading. It's going to appear on the glass of the second eye. So probably not the best of thing if there is an emergency. You know, you're going to sound like the dick person who says, "Watch out, it's cold or hot," right after the person actually ate it. But for everything else, it should do quite well. You know, if you have to translate a book or understand what someone is saying in a normal conversation, that probably work. It's not going to help you talk that language, but it's gonna translate it physically on the other eye. Only you can see. It's sort of a one-way, and just like you ask, it's gonna start swirling when it starts translating. I mean,
all right, sounds good.
I hope your friends have been warned about this, because honestly, it feels a little creepy, the entire visual of it. But hey,
I think it'll be fine.
Okay,
they'll get over it. But thank you very much. I will see you later.
You're
I have
very
to go
welcome.
get a dinner ready.
Have a good
I'll start
day.
skipping away with Remy in my head.
Yeah. And with this very intriguing development, we're going to go on our break. I'm just going to let you know, if you would have rolled 6 or 7, it was going to be Onak.
Nice.
That would have been weird. But you rolled for Remy, so you feel like you owe a really, really good meal for your best friend Remy.
Okay.
So what we're saying is that he was almost a tree hugger.
Almost. All right, so we're gonna go on break. Let's go at campfire, and we'll see you back in 15 minutes. So, have a good break, toilet break, snack refilling, subscribing, who knows, or following, and we're going to be back in 15 minutes. Bye. Hello and welcome back. It's always a pleasure to see that you're still alive, although you're not talking.
What?
No, I'm talking about chat.
Oh.
You know.
It's like, huh?
No, I'm looking at you, Jorg. No. I was trying to look at who looks the most bored right now. Jorg.
Oh, I'm in the chat now. Also,
All right. Yay!
I want to see what happens.
Talk to me like lovers do.
Oh, it's resub. I don't have the resub
Oh,
banner
no.
yet.
Oh,
Oh,
well.
next month. I'm doing my best. You know, I'm adding stuff every single time. And I've spent the last week going back and forth with the artist, redoing the logo. And it's evolving pretty well. You'll see. She's definitely better than me at drawing. All right. Interesting image. Remy is sharing what he wants for dinner. So, and with this, we go back to our time nights with audience looking for in the commercial quarter exactly. Because most of the group is following
Just
you.
a random gnome seller. Or not a random gnome seller, but like a gnome seller that I think would be like interested in buying like blood and guts. Because I want to get like a price that he would give me for a bulk.
Probably blood. I'd say the most likely culprit would be potion making. Guts, sausage maker.
Well, I would probably go talk to both of them and get like a general price of what they think they would give for like a couple barrels of that. Plus,
a permanently frozen sausage. You can't thaw it out.
Yeah, that's good food storage
Yeah.
supplies.
What would they pay for this? Well, the one selling potion, you. Goodness. Okay. Let's see. Can we get a? Yeah, that's interesting. Let's see. What do we have on frost and potion? Oh yeah, there's also oh, that's interesting. Mostly rare. Oh yeah, there are even swords that you could probably enchant with this. Well, he'd say it depends. It depends greatly on what you want to do with this. But anywhere between 500 and 5,000 gold can be reasonable.
between 500 and 5,000. Okay. And what for the sausage maker? Thank you, by the way.
Well, you're welcome. Sausage maker. Well, he's looking at this. Ah. Exotic meat. Most interesting. And you say the properties are it's permanently cold?
Yes, so storing it would not be an issue.
Yeah.
It would last for probably ever.
Oh.
Good for adventurers. You know what I'm saying?
Especially those going in deserts.
Make you shit bricks though.
That's not part of my
Ice
sale.
cubes.
Oh, what's the name of the animal that actually shits square shit? It's an Australian animal. I am.
What's that, koalas?
Of course, it's an Australian animal.
No, it's not a koalas. It's rather
Wombats.
small. It walks on the ground. It burrows. It has a very thick
Ooh,
back
wombat.
and
sounds
bum.
like a wombat.
Tasmanian devils.
No, I know Tasmanian devil. It's not that one. But anyways, we're. I was just
Tasmanian
fascinated to hear
wombat.
this. An animal that shits squares. Well, it has a lot of different, very interesting applications. I mean, just for special meals. Just, some people really like the exotic element of something like this. I'd be willing to go up to 150 gold for a pound. You mean it's something that comes from another world? I'm sure some people would be willing to pay a lot.
Okay. Thank you. 2 pound. How many pounds do you say we have in a barrel? Like how many pounds are a barrel?
Oh, in a barrel? How many pounds? Oh, goodness.
No. Well, that's your calculators, kids.
It just says 4 cubic feet of solid.
Is it mostly water?
I mean, we would fill the barrel, so what's 4 feet? What's like 4 cubic feet in pounds? Because we filled the barrel.
For liquid,
Depends on the density
it's-
of the object.
for liquid, it's 40 gallons of liquid, and for solid, it's 40 cubic feet of solid. 4 cubic feet of solid.
So 4 cubic feet of solid.
But if I
is
remember,
probably
you
like-
only put the blood in the barrel. Everything else you just shoved in there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you probably have really large flanks of
It's like
you're
250
not sure what
pounds
part of
water.
the snake.
Okay. Well, it's one who's all. Alright. I have a rough estimate of what people would pay for it. That's all I need when I talk to the dwarf. Okay.
I mean, you know, someone that really wants to impress their friend with a really good meal could pay a whole lot for this.
I don't think
I don't
I
have
know
that
that.
much money.
I don't think I know that Toby. Also, technically, Toby could just ask me for some. it's part of his like, you know, it's his meat too.
Well, yeah, no, I know, but he's gonna need someone to make it better. And all he needs is not necessarily someone telling him that he should do this, but just mentioning to him in a casual conversation that he can make something very special.
Oh, no, now that would be an awkward dinner. Toby starting to hit on Remy and audience as the chef. Now that would be interesting.
Yeah.
Now that would be interesting. Now,
No, people would pay for this to watch.
all right, thank you. And then probably I would head, because it's probably getting around that time, I would actually probably go start heading back towards the tavern to go meet with the dwarf.
Yeah, that's right. By the time you get there, yeah, you said 3 hours. So yeah, that's about it. So, and of course, you meet up with Tobiyashi on your way back because you went around and did a little bit of research. And you know, Tobiyashi, when you see Remy, it's your good friend Remy. You have so much respect for Remy. It's and you know, you missed him. You have to admit you missed him. Just a little bit.
Alright. As soon as I walk up, I'll go in to hug Remy. And I'm just be like, I missed you, and try to hug you.
Raimi is stunned and confused, just like freezes like maybe a predator has got him.
Audience is just gonna kind of give Toby a confused look and be like, "Did you get the mask, Toby?"
Oh yes, I got the mask, but who cares? I finally get to see my best friend Remy.
What did the mask do to you?
So well, no, the road. He was with the gnomes, Fisher. The gnomes obviously did something.
Well,
Let's let
fair
this
enough.
play out. Let this play out.
I haven't even attuned to the mask yet, so the mask hasn't done anything. So Remy, I have plans for us today. We are gonna go get something to eat, and I'm gonna take you out to dinner, and we're gonna talk about our day. Okay, Remy?
Just like staring blankly at Tobiyashi, just because Raimi hasn't forgotten that he stabbed this man not 2 days ago.
He's like, what is he gonna do?
Audience actually is gonna roll an insight on this. Like, is Toby planning to kill Remy for like poison?
I also have the bottle. I still have the potion in my hand. I never put it down.
He's got a half-empty vial of bright pink liquid in one of his hand and a mask in his other hand.
Defeat?
Wait. Toby,
Toby.
you let you keep the bottle? He never lets you keep the bottle.
Wait, what do you mean? Oh, you mean this bottle? I walked off with it.
You're not completely sure where you got it. It's really fuzzy about where you got it.
I kind of just. But who are you talking about? Keep
Toby,
the bottle.
can I see that
Potion gnome.
Potion gnome.
You just remember
There
meeting a
was a gnome.
very, very nice gnome who needed a little bit of help. He seemed to be very confused.
Yeah, there was a very confused gnome, but I don't know if he was a potion gnome. He did have potions. I helped him doing something with them.
Toby, can I see that vial?
Yeah, here.
Thank you. Audience is gonna cork that vial and be like, "It's a potential love potion. I'm hanging on to this, and I will figure out. I'll use it later."
I am going to write down in D&D Beyond the exact effect of the potion.
So yeah, as I was saying, Remy, I grabbed Remy by the hand. We're going off to get some dinner, and I'm taking you with me. Hey, do you guys know anywhere good to eat? Wait, do I have to cook it myself? Do you want a home-cooked dinner, Remy?
Raimi flashing back to about a week ago, fervently shakes his head.
All right, we'll find somewhere to eat. You want to go to you want to go to rotisserie fillet?
What is rotisserie filet?
It's this world's Chick-fil-A. Jeez.
Oh.
Well, you know,
That's
Or is
the
that
skill you're
cannibalism?
taking.
the
You're
tavern
going
in the
for.
garden
That's nice.
can do any sort of meal from around the world. And they're
All right,
not
let's go
going to
find
ask
them.
a single question about what you ask.
I'm just gonna quietly, you know, Toby, you know, you could always, you know, take a portal to the capital. I've heard there's some like very high-end dining places there.
The capital. Do we have time for that? What time of day is it?
I mean, right now it's probably around 2 or 3 o'clock. It's only
I'll
half an
just look
hour
over.
walk to get to the city itself.
You know, there's some
I'll just,
very expensive, very nice places. You know, if someone really means something to you, I've heard that's a good place to take them.
Oh yes, my best friend Remy means the most to me, so I think we should go do that. Remy, let's go for a walk. I drag Remy. I just drag him.
I give Remy a thumbs up as he drags away.
You see in Remy's eyes, help me.
Sorry, Remy. We've got 9 insight.
Well, audience, you can see, with your insight, you can honestly see that Tobiashi is not gonna hurt Remy, even though Remy looks really scared of what's gonna happen.
Audience figured it out once he saw the potion. But the potion made it very obvious. I was like, oh. That's why I hung on to the potion. Because I was
Yeah,
like,
love potion.
I was like, damn, okay. I can use this.
There's half a bottle of love potion left.
There is. Now,
All right.
Ollie is immune to poisons, but is she? No. All right.
Well, technically, it was a Constitution saving throw, so it probably would fall in the category of poisons,
Yeah.
as it's
Oh, well.
basically playing with your hormonal balance.
We'll figure it out.
Well, yeah, if you ask Remy, oh damn, he's gone, for identification. But then again, that's why they make people drink the potions, because normal identification fail.
Yeah. It's all right. I get a general sense of what it does, and I have Toby to see if there are any side effects.
Well, you saw I was pink.
Yeah, when you think about it, his skin did look slightly brighter than usual. Not shimmering
Alright.
bright, just...
I am still headed off to the tavern for my business meeting now that just happened.
Alright, what about Jorgen Fisher? As you just witnessed this happening.
Since when was... Oh, right, yeah, that potion. Audience.
I feel like Toby went to the wrong potion guy.
I think so.
I think he might have gone to a knockoff potion guy.
I feel like I should have gone with him just in case.
I
I mean,
mean,
we can't babysit him all the time.
he's fine. He's just gonna go take Remy out for a nice dinner.
True.
Yeah.
And just a good
Didn't
bonding.
murder him, actually.
Yeah, I feel like those guys don't get along all the time, so maybe this will be good.
Yeah. It might cost Toby a little, it might cost Toby a little bit, but at the end of the day, worse outcomes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So this means Fisher, Jorg, and audience make their way to the tavern, where they're expected for a business meeting between Calvarn and audience to discuss finalizing this contract of being business partner and selling everything.
Audience will go. Is Calvin already there?
Oh yeah, And there's already an empty mug right next to him. Next to his
Alright,
full mug.
I will first walk up to the bar and go order around for myself and him of a very fine dwarvish ale. Always a good way to start off a conversation.
Yeah. Interesting.
I've dealt with dwarves before. I mean, dwarves were that was literally who we traded with from my village.
Yeah.
So I know how to make deals with dwarves. It involves heavy amounts of good alcohol.
And, you're already...
I don't think good has anything to do with it. Strong is the more important factor.
Strong.
It just happens to be good. Strong is the important part.
Yeah, it's got to be something that strips the paints off the wall. And has taste, Refined dwarf, expect both. All right. You're asked 2 silver for this exquisite brew.
All right.
All right. Audience, I see you have some of your friends with you.
I do, yes. Here, as is customary, I'll say, and I'll, put down the fine.
Someone who knows how to deal with dwarves. You see him turn his head around and looking at this one human in the corner, not the same one that you talked to. You see the human just go. All right, so. Yeah, here we go. So, what else do you want to know?
No, I mean, I'm happy that you're interested in buying from bulk for us. I assume, as you've said, you've checked the inventory, and you gave the reference of working with Core before, so you've worked with obviously adventures that I respect. So I was wondering what would be maybe an initial offer that you were thinking for the items.
Well, there's always 2 options. I could always buy everything off of you right now, but I'd have to say this would be the lesser investment, because I would need to think about what might be the proper use for each. But if you're letting me also sell it directly to people and simply directly giving you the money that they give me, minus a very small percentage, of course, I can even make sure that depending on what they want and how much we have left, I can possibly push a little bit more. Make sure that they understand just how valuable what they're about to buy is, and how much more valuable it's getting the more they buy of it.
Excellent. I was wondering if you could perhaps, for that second option, give me an example from maybe one of your other customers, and how much more do you think they gained from going for this option than otherwise?
Well, yeah. Temptress. I'm sure you've at least seen her once. I'm pretty sure everyone's seen her at least once, or made a point of seeing her at least once.
Me and Temptress go way back.
All right.
I know her.
A few weeks ago, she took on a small quest. Went very far south. Apparently, there was a little problem with a phoenix. Didn't need to kill it, but she did bring back a handful of feathers from the phoenix.
Yes.
So instead of simply buying them all at once, I sold them off one at a time. The gnome, they were all bought by the same gnome, but he was offering me 10,000 gold for 5 feathers all at once. But since I sold him one at a time, he made research on the first one, and then he transformed the second one. He made a weapon out of the third one. I'm not sure what he made out of the fourth one. He never told me. And I still have the fifth one. So instead of getting the initial amount of gold, on average, I was able to sell each one of these feathers for 4,000 gold.
Okay.
It took...
And then how much of that percentage do you normally take? What's your going rate?
Depending on how much... Where you have...
Oh, please, you seem to have finished your mug. I'm so sorry. Here. I'll be like another dwarven ale over here, please.
Oh, that's very generous of you. Thank you, thank you. Very important to keep those meeting well lubricated with decent alcohol.
Yes.
Thank you. So, well, for someone who is planning on just selling a few things here and there, I'll usually take around 15%. You know, since it's not going to be something that's going to be always there, I give them a little bit of breathing room. So that way they can actually get something. But if I'm fairly confident that I can give you a very good price, I'd very much appreciate it if you would let me go a little higher, maybe 20%. But that means I'll be putting all that much more effort into making sure that whoever buys it is actually going to pay the right price for it.
Yes. Okay. Of course. Sorry, audience is doing maths in his head right now. As in all.
From inside of you, Fisher, you hear Terranad say, I think Anyan's going to pass out.
I believe in him. He's got this.
3,200. So that equaled about the same. Yes. Okay. Well, I think that, of course, as newer partners, 20%, a slightly higher percent, since we haven't worked together for as long, would be fair. I'd like to, see how you work. Of course, we could maybe discuss lowering that as we become more acquainted with each other in the future. Gain a more long-term business deal. But for our first deal, I believe 20% would be a very, very reasonable amount that you would be looking to take off profits.
Yeah, no, I can easily suggest this because you actually already have quite a good amount of things to sell, so it's going to be relatively easy to find good buyers.
All right. Well, I believe that I trust you. You have some good references from what I've asked, and I trust in your way, so I would say that I will take the second option, and I hope that we can start to build a fruitful partnership.
Absolutely.
As well. One thing I would mention is just from doing some of my own research, just a tip perhaps for some of the frozen sausages. I don't know about any adventurers or richer people looking for expeditions in the south or in the desert region, but apparently that's where they could go for quite a high price, just as a tip through some of my own research that I did from walking around.
Oh, absolutely. There are so many applications for things which relates to cold. I mean, just from, of course, the elements which can be transformed into food. They can be preserved quite easily, but they can also be brought into realms with frozen creature. Creature that actually lives in this state. You can actually provide a meal to make a deal with a lord of a frozen realm.
You see, already coming up with ideas that I wouldn't have thought of myself. I think this will be a great partnership. Here, one more. Okay, one more round for you before I go. But I think I will take the second option that you offered, and I'm happy to be starting this partnership with you. I'll get him one more ale.
That's very generous. I can tell immediately you have excellent taste and you are very used to dealing with dwarves. Thank you. Very good, very flavorful. I'll have to check where it's coming from.
Yes, I learned from my father. Our village came from near the Drakenmemoria capital, and we mostly traded with dwarves. So I learned my ways from my father.
Oh, well, you have a pretty good father.
Yes. All right. Well, thank you for taking the time to meet with me, and I believe that. So, is it in my inventory space? Is the items in my inventory space, or are they in a separate inventory space? I don't know.
They've been placed in a compartment with ample notification so that the gnomes would not mix things up.
All right. Well, I will leave the inventory in your capable hands then.
Absolutely. I have a very secure location also, because the gnomes have been working on ways to pass through a wall, quite literally.
And where should we look to for? Will the payments just be dropped off in our rooms, or should we look to? Do we have to meet to receive payments?
Oh no, I can absolutely make sure that the payment find itself in one of your rooms or a specific place if you actually want a very specific place to handle this. I don't know, you might have actually commissioned someone else to take care of your money.
I do not believe. I'll look around. At least nobody here, I think, has done that, unless there's something I don't know. So I think our rooms would be fine for now.
All right.
After the percentage, I think just take the profits and can split them 5 ways, and then put them in our rooms. Should work perfectly.
All right. Very well. Very well. It was a pleasure doing business with you, and I hope we can do much more in the future. Everything you find, everything you have. Adventurers are always a very interesting source of different components. Some can't be eaten, some can be eaten, some can and can't be eaten at the same time. You'd be surprised.
All right. Well, thank you. And I don't think let me catch what was your name for just future
Calvarn.
contact. Calvarn. Okay. Calvarn. Well, have a wonderful day, Calvarn, and I hope to do much more business with you, Calvarn.
As do I.
We can. All right. I'll turn back to the group. I'll be like, "You happy with these arrangements?" Just quickly checking in with them.
Yep.
All right.
All right, then. He vigorously shakes your hand, finishes drinks. Well, have a very productive day.
Thank you.
You see him take an orb, slides to open it. You hear in Dwarvish, "Ha! I got the deal!" And he shoves it back in the pocket.
Alright. I'm wondering if I check my orb for any messages if there was someone else who was fine for this competition.
No.
Did I miss something?
Well, at least there's nothing obvious.
Alright. Well-
don't like salesmen. So thanks for handling that.
He seemed to be a fairly. He seemed to be a fairly. I assume this is after we walked away or walked away a bit. I'll be like, he seemed to be a fairly trustworthy sword, and honestly, it's nice to have a guy who can. He's experienced in this field and will take care of our bulk items, so we don't have to worry about wandering around and selling them. Trying to find places to sell all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah, I
got,
know that would be.
I mean, yeah, I don't know about you guys, but we got like a good amount of money now.
Mhm.
And like I don't know what to do with it.
I
you
know.
At this
Like,
point.
that's
So
why
it's
I
like
don't really. I'm not worried about.
having someone else be able to just kind of to dump stuff on, and then they handle all that. That's a pretty sweet deal.
Yeah, we are getting to the point. I don't know too much about this, but I heard from my father, or from someone, not really my father, but he talked about some of the rich nobles in the city when he would go to the capital about how they use this thing called a bank. Once you start getting like a bunch of money, you can like put it in things and it will technically like grow slowly or something. So you'll gain more money by storing it in a location.
Invest.
Yeah, I wasn't that sure. I didn't listen that closely. I think I was more interested in the fighting and the other things he talked about. But at some point we might want to consider that if we continue to keep gaining. I mean, I know I just have a lot of money on me all the time, and might be a time where we might want to start looking for a place to maybe store our coin.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like a
Gonna get into
scam to me.
stocks. Sounds like a scam to me.
I mean,
No,
I think
I
we
mean,
could probably
kinda.
do. We could probably do stocks with the gnomes, but I don't think you'd necessarily. That would be a very you'd have to be on that. You have to be like buy, sell, because that's going to
Yeah.
be rising and falling drastically. It's more thinking like a long term, something that slowly grows over time.
They don't do bonds. They just do
Yeah,
extremely volatile stocks.
really volatile stocks.
You even hear Owen accent. No, it actually makes sense. You give one nut to a squirrel, and for some reason he keeps shoving nuts inside of you for the rest of his life. One nut gave several nuts.
I get nutted in. No, wait, no, I don't.
Wait, what?
Happy Pride, everybody.
Wait, what?
Oh boy, came out of nowhere.
He's talking about.
Why do I even need to be here?
All right, I need to. Audience is gonna go back to his room. Speaking of coin, I'm gonna head back to my room to see what was left for me, and I might actually go and see if I can exchange some of my coin for a few gems before our next adventure, because I actually have some use for those now. But
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think we broke Tobiyashi.
Oh no.
I didn't think he was gonna say something like that.
all right,
Why not? He's talking about putting nuts in him.
Woo!
all right. I'm going to my room, and then I'll probably. I mean, it's probably like what? How long did that meeting take? Like an hour? So it's like 4 or 5.
Yeah, probably. With a few drinks and half an hour, 45 minutes, something around that. Yeah.
All right, so it's like okay. I'll probably go to my room, grab that coin, and then start heading over to the auction to make sure it's set up and ready to go.
The auction.
I also will mention, I'm like, Fisher, you should probably stay away from the gnome quarter tonight. Just find somewhere
Why?
else to be. Just the again. Remember how you said you didn't want to know any details, but I'll give you some coin afterwards. Just stick with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I'm gonna be in the knowledge quarter
Okay,
for-
good.
until we
That'll-
leave. So
That'll be fine.
if you need to find me, that's where I'll be.
That'll work perfectly.
All right.
If you see any gnomes laughing and giggling and pointing at you, ignore it.
Yeah. That's okay.
All right, cool.
As
Good
long
talk.
as this isn't gonna reach past the gnomes, right?
No, it shouldn't.
Okay.
That's what they all say.
Audience is like, I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do with it, but I'll say that for now. Shouldn't.
All right.
All right, and I'm out.
All right. You go to your quarters. You find a small pouch filled with 225 gold in it.
Oh, baby. Let's go. All right. And then I would probably go and quickly stop by a gem store and then head to the thing.
Since it's the floor below, it's easy. It's on your way. So,
All right.
A gem store.
yeah, that's quite easy. And you have quite a large variety of gems. And being a dragonborn, you are, in a way, nearly inherently competent to assess that this is a quality gem. So,
Let me. One second.
No, just in general.
So
You're
I
nearly
have
confident.
right
You're
now.
almost
You're
there.
nearly
I have a
confident.
diamond. Okay, so I'll sell that.
Not
and
quite.
I want description of. Let me just figure out what I need real quick, and
Yeah.
then I will. I need. Let's see. So that's 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600. Okay, so I'm going to turn in the. Actually, I don't need that. I don't need that one. I'm gonna turn in first. I'm gonna see if I can sell the 300 gold diamond that Remy, or actually, I might even see if I can sell it. I'm gonna see if I can exchange it for a topaz worth 100 gold, a sapphire worth 100 gold, and a ruby worth 100 gold.
yeah, quite easily.
All right. I will take. All right, so I'm gonna get rid of my notes, and then I'm also gonna give him.
You even
I'm gonna ask.
sorry. You even think that he might have misjudged the value of one gem he gave you exchange, and it's actually worth slightly more than what he said it
Okay.
was.
Well, since I'm gonna be feeding it, that doesn't actually matter to me, but I guess that's good. All right,
you
let
can
me get
pick
rid of it.
one
Make
of
sure
the
it doesn't
three.
bite the whole thing.
You can pick one of the three and add 25 gold to its value.
Okay. I got one opal, so now I got a topaz. And I got a. Ugh, this is so much clicking. Topaz.
Math.
Topaz. Okay, I need a topaz, sapphire, ruby, and then I'm gonna give him 100 gold and buy an emerald.
Okay.
Topaz. I'm just getting one of each. Topaz.
The audience is preparing himself for elemental fights.
Oh, it's just good to have one of each for at least the resistance. Topaz, sapphire.
Just gonna eat a huge handful of gems and jump inside a prismatic wall.
Ruby. What was the last one? So, no, I didn't have the last one because I don't need diamond. I already have resistance to. It was topaz, sapphire, emerald, ruby. No, that was it. Okay, yeah, we're good. And I have the opal.
Get into the rock collecting game. It's over.
Perfect. Perfect. One of each. All right. And yeah, and then I will start heading over to the auction after I have all those.
All right. Well,
And I lost 100 gold. Yeah, 100.
you even weren't counting on this, but you even made a profit during the exchange. I rolled 100 on the 100 D100. So yeah, sure.
It was just, he loved that I was so interested in the gems. He liked talking with me, so he just gave me a slightly nicer one.
He knew you'd appreciate it.
I do appreciate it.
All
This
right.
one will clear your chakras up. And,
So, this means that the auction implies Jorg an audience?
Whoever wants to be there. Remy was probably going to be there, but he got taken out for
He's
dinner.
been invited to dinner.
he was abducted.
So
for
unless
dinner.
he sneaks away from Toby and ghosts him.
No, he can't. We're getting back massages right now at inside a sauna, so he can't escape.
I don't know, it's pretty steamy in there. You could probably slip out in the fog.
No, I have a piece of silk wrapped around him. He can't escape.
Oh, well, now that's a little... That's aggressive. Okay.
He really
Toby's
wants to
that kind.
pamper his friend.
Ugh. I'm so sorry, Remy.
It's all worth it.
Yeah.
Alright, so yeah, I guess whoever... So, yeah, I guess if Jorg wants to be there, otherwise I'll do the auction. I feel like Jorg is just gonna hate every part of this, but he can be there if he wants.
He'll watch it. He doesn't have much else to do.
Yeah, Mister, I hate salesmen.
No, yeah, grifters are okay.
Interesting.
No, not really.
All right, so now I'm wondering, in what order should we do this? The Tobiashi evening or the audience auction?
We don't. Okay, I was just gonna give a rundown on what I take.
Absolutely,
Where I
go
take
ahead.
Remy and everything. All right. So first off, we start off the night. I take him to the back massage place. That's where we've been at for a little bit. All right, and then we talk about the adventures we've been on, and then after that we go
So-
clothes shopping because I want
All
to look
right.
nice for
Talk
the
about
dinner.
Then in that case, are you going to Otanel or Nartaer? Otanel being the commercial heart of this island, and Nartaer the largest city and capital of this island chain, where there is the royal
We'll go to
family.
the largest city. Yeah, we'll go to the largest city.
Okay.
And then so yeah, we get that, and then we go shopping because I need to look nice for the dinner. So I go and get a suit made. Boom. And well, I find a suit. I'll go get that, and then we go out to eat at the finest place that we could find. Me dragging Remy along for everything. Just telling him how much of a best friend he is. How great it is that he talks with other people's voices.
How many words does Remy say during all of this, or is he just along for the ride?
He's just in shock the whole time.
You know what? Well, I would like to think that Raimi has been around enough women to just repeat this phrase constantly throughout what he is essentially calling a date. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh. Uh-huh.
Yep.
I see. That's so interesting.
I can't help but to think that he says so interesting when he looks at his wrist and he sees silk from Tobiyashi's ability wrapped around his wrist.
Although, incidentally,
Uh-huh.
just because they are now in like a major city and even if there is like a silk wrapped around one hand, that doesn't stop Mage Hand.
Yeah, that's true.
All right.
He's just gonna see what he can. He's just gonna see what he can take while he's being dragged through the streets.
Well, probably the places where it's going to be easiest for Remy to try and steal something, and also agree most with his etiquette of not making the poor suffer. You know, you're being taken into a wealthy clothes shop. You will never find a single peasant in a shop like this. You are being taken to be pampered in a massage parlor where there are pricey perfumes, pricey incense, maybe in a few cloth that looks like imported silk from somewhere else. And of course, there is the end of the evening where you're being taken to one of the finest restaurants that Tobiyashi can actually find in there. Because you know he's not that good with directions. So still, he takes you to one of the best restaurants that he can find, where everything is so exquisite and tastes are so subtle and the customers are so wealthy. And so for Tobiyashi's trouble, your evening will cost you...
I just want to make sure that this is made clear. When taken to the restaurant and asked what he wants, that is when he declares boldly in his captain's voice, "I'll take one of everything."
Oh my god. I'm broke, guys. I was already semi-broke when we'd started this.
Food is surprisingly cheap in Dungeons and Dragons. So,
at least compared to like the typical salary of an adventuring man. But,
yes.
To be fair, that salary is
aristocratic meals that nobles would eat. And I'm not talking knights. I'm talking about barons and dukes. It starts at 2 gold, and you can just keep adding on to this. If you pay 10 gold, you can basically get the best food the city is able to find. If you're willing to double that, he's gonna have also the best alcohol the city is able to procure.
Alright. I think that's fine.
But you did say that you were buying clothes for you and for Remy?
Yeah, I was gonna get a suit. I don't know if Remy wanted anything. Remy, what do you want? Do you want a suit? What did you want from there?
It's fine clothes if you want.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck it. If there's something bright and shiny in there, like Remy will take it.
Well,
right.
There's something that you can steal, but I want to know if you tell Tobiyashi you want this jacket or this robe or this piece of clothing. So I'm trying. The cost of a fine clothing is 15 gold. So this is what Tobiyashi buys for himself. I want to know if Tobiyashi also spend 15 gold for you.
Yeah, whatever Remy wants, because he's my best friend.
Ever.
Yeah, in the world.
Absolutely.
A set of fine clothes for Remy.
All right, then. So, a grand total of 30 gold for the clothes. A good 15 gold for the extensive massage. And, you know, most peasants will never see this for 15 gold. So you have to remember this is... Remy, you know that peasant will be born, grow up, live, and die without ever being pampered for 15 gold. They will not even know that it's possible to be pampered for 15 gold. And of course, the meal, well, Tobiyashi, it starts at 2 gold and it ends when you don't have money. So you can pay whatever you want.
All right, I'll spend a nice 35 gold just because I can.
Remy, it feels like you've been handed every single delicacy that this island chain can procure. You're even wondering if this is not the liver of the chef himself.
He cut it out of his own body. Just.
And yeah, I'll just keep telling Remy how he's the bestest friend that I've ever met in my whole life, and that that it's been awesome knowing him, and that hopefully we could stay friends forever and ever and ever and ever and ever.
And how does Remy react to all of this? For the
hold on.
For
Hold
stealing,
Remy has definitely heard this phrase. Hold on. I'm glad that you feel that way.
You're such a nice person.
Just like, I just feel like Remy has been around like all of the bad dates of other people. And just like have picked up on like all of the non-committal answers of the date in question.
Yeah, but you have to remember, Tobiyashi's not asking you to sleep with him tonight. You're just his so very best friend. There's admiration in this, and respect, and... You know, he'd die for you. He'd take an arrow for you.
Yeah, just the at the it's like at the very least like probably just like in the probably like like the mage hand is still like floating around like while I was doing this was like, but otherwise just like takes Tobiyashi by the hand.
Okay.
It just like says, I appreciate you as a friend.
Oh man, Tobiyashi,
like,
this is...
Me too!
Yeah! You feel so warm and fuzzy when he says this?
Alright. And then I guess after the dinner, we'll see if I don't know if we'd be done by the time to catch Audience's auction at the last minute. But yeah.
Alright, well, most likely when the sun starts setting, this is where the biggest shop, well, actually it's a large city, so most likely people can be there very late in the evening, so it's really up to you. Do you want even to, give a moment for Remy to look at the sea and the stars and, one day, you remember seeing them so often from the mountain where you were raised, and as your best friend, you'd feel like such a gift to go out there one day and have an amazing adventure on the sea with Remy.
Oh yeah. Well, we'll do that before we come back.
Okay. Just so that I know, on a scale of 1 to 10, how traumatized does Remy come back from this?
I said treat yourself.
So Raimi has never felt so non-consensually admired. But it's probably, I would say it's probably rocking around like more on like the scale of 6, because to a certain degree it is flattering, but it is offset by the fact that this is 100% not genuine. Like, this effect will run out at some point.
So what you're saying is that you can't help but to think, is he going to feel the same way tomorrow? All right. So, with Tobiashi expressing his undying friendship toward Remy all night long. I mean, you'd probably be able to get back to the garden as people are leaving, so you'd hear rumors of how it went.
Okay.
But for audience and Jorg, just like the gnome said, you go at the very back of this research and development quarter, and strangely enough, no one cuts off your path. They all seem to know why you're here and what is being prepared. So you, instead of seeing gnomes arriving with things for you to drink or all of these things, you see gnomes walking by you with a very visible pouch of gold, giving you a smile. You even see one, it's, remember, I can make stuff.
I do have to get going.
Oh, okay. Well,
He just fades
But I
off
wanna-
into the crowd.
well, if you want to know what Jorg will have missed, take a moment to look at the last 10 minutes of the stream.
All right. I can stick around for 10 minutes.
Okay. So, audience, you are taken at the back of this. A little black curtain is being pulled, and you see a whole lot of weird stuff written on walls. And it takes a moment to sink in, but these are betting pools, and they are betting on so many different things. Some of them feels obvious, and others, oh, they know about this. Ah! For example, there's a bet on how long it's gonna take for one gnome to figure out who stole the flower she was able to extract from another realm. The average bet is 1 week. You sort of
All right.
make the connection of, oh, Remy might have something interesting in a week. But you learn a little bit more about others, like Bertram being most likely romantically attracted to what's her name? Siaraf, the half-elven female archer. There's a bet on how long it's gonna take for her to get tired of him, watching her when she thinks she's not watching. There's a bet on how long he's gonna take to tell her something. There's a bet on how long it might take before she tries to kill him for trying to look at her when she thinks she's not looking. There is a list of things.
You know what, Bertrand? I respect the hustle.
You see a few bets relating to Fisher. Someone is betting that at one point he'll explode.
Well, with the ice bomb in his backpack, that's actually not a bad one. Since the man almost walked into a freezer with it.
Yeah, I was like, it's not a.
There's a bet on if Jorg is gonna turn into a mushroom or not.
Can't do it. Sorry. Dude, if I could get in on that bet. Oh, I'm not that kind of guy.
I'm that kind of guy. I think, George, you're very out of your depth right now. I feel like I walk in with you and you're just like, where am I?
What is going on?
There are several
How do they keep track
standing.
of the money?
There are several standing bet on certain gnomes dying or not because of some experiment they're doing, and for expediency's sake, I will write to you a small list of bet which involves either the party or adventurers you know.
Alright.
Because I'm not going to spend the next 8 minutes telling you what kind of bets
That's
there
fine.
are on the party.
That's fine. I'll get that information and see if I can maybe make some of those events happen. No, I'm kidding.
So, a gnome escorts you when it's on a small platform. And he looks at you with a big smile on his face. So, can we see what you're selling exactly?
I can. Do you have a way to project? I don't really know how this project recordings onto a something where everyone can see it.
Oh, absolutely. I've seen Carthane do this at one point. You know which one I'm talking about? The one that looks like a knight but doesn't have anything inside?
Yes.
Yeah. Very good fellow with crystals. I've seen him do this once. And he starts sliding things on your orb, and then suddenly you see it completely deploy, and you see a language you do not know. Essentially, it's mage programming. And he starts changing a few elements, close it back up. Here we go. And
Alright.
you see the footage starts being displayed from your orb on a
Alright.
large curtain, large white curtain.
As the footage rolls, I will kind of get up on the podium and I'll start speaking in gnomish because I assume it's all gnomes there.
Mostly, yeah. There might be a few dwarves, but it's 95% gnomes.
I'll speak like 95% in gnomish and then just the important bits, but none of the illustration will I really give to the... I'll switch to dwarvish real quick because I can speak both.
Okay. So you have this multilingual explanation, and then when the betting starts, let's go, man.
Yeah. And I'll be like, welcome, friends. I know you've all been very excited tonight, so happy to see all your faces out here. As we can see, we have our good friend, I'll put in quotation marks as I say that, Fisher in some, you're not there, but I'm a seller. In some compromising circumstances, which might not only be interesting to you for research purposes, but also for perhaps, other reasons, as I know he is not your favorite fellow of the garden. Now remember, I am only selling to actually be held on to one copy for one individual. Now, what that individual does with that copy is up to him, whether he wants to create more and give it to others. But if in this auction, I will only be giving out one copy to one individual, and then I will let the film end, and I will. Can I get a sense of how much gold people have brought? They're like very full purses, right?
Yes.
All right, I will start. I'll just say, just to start it off, let's start the auction at 20 gold.
when you say we start off the auction at 20 gold, you immediately hear someone scream 100 gold. The footage hasn't even started yet.
All right. Well, I'm gonna skip through this next part, but I'll be doing as the footage rolls. I'll be pointing out to people and basically seeing how high they're gonna go.
All right, so they start asking question. How long is it? Do we have different spectral vision of this? And immediately the gnome next to you starts looking inside the orb. And yes, we actually have that. Oh, it's actually this long. And oh yes, of course we can slow down the evolution of this. You can, of course, yes, the resolution is perfect. You can increase it, you can make it smaller, everything is there, and you have enough information to make every single research you want to make or the next vocal hit inside of the tavern. And so come on, please don't hesitate. So audience, make a persuasion roll. I'll give you advantage because everyone is very interested in this, and you spoke pretty well.
All right, persuade. I rolled the same number. I rolled an 11.
Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Well. Fortunately, the person next to you helps you in a few moments, getting it up. Everyone becomes very excited. So you start hearing 100 gold, 150, 150, 300 gold, 300 gold. You start seeing a few gnomes talking among themselves, and they all take their purse and they tie it together. 700 gold! 700 gold!
Jesus Christ.
You hear one of them go, 750! 750! 805 gems! How much are they worth? I don't know! Alright, 750 with 5 unknown gems! And someone adds, I have an unknown trinket! I can add it to this! 750, 5 unknown gems, and an unknown trinket. Someone yells, I will pay 1,000 gold. 1,000 gold, 5 unknown gem, and a trinket. And then you hear someone in the background yell, I've got cloth coming from, I'm not sure which realm, but it's from a shard. A shard cloth on top of that. Is that good? He turns toward you, audience, when you... All right, then we have a cloth also. Everyone starts...
What can I say? Fisher's got a following.
Everyone gets really...
Oh, there's a
Fisher
reason
pulls.
I was trying to sell. There's a reason I was trying to sell this footage here, Fisher. Don't worry, you're getting 20% of this.
You got everyone looking at one another, and they start rummaging through the things. All right, apparently the cloth is the thing that seals the deal. Anyone else? I'll just add 100 more. Just make sure no one has... All right, we have 1,100 gold, 5 unknown gem, a bolt of cloth, and an unknown trinket. Going once, going twice. He looks at one gnome. You see the gnome. Going thrice. It is yours. We'll have everything delivered to your room.
Well, thank you. I guess I was the one talking most of this time, but yes. I'll be like, thank you so much for coming out tonight. Keep in touch. I may have more footage, especially of our good friend Fisher from my adventures. So I'll be in touch with you guys if I get any more funny events that happen.
You are always welcome to come back here. Alright, folks, that's it. Night's over. If you couldn't get on it, well, now you know who you gotta pay to have the new version of the footage. If it's complete, this gnome, this gentleman over here, is the one you gotta convince. He takes the orb, he takes another orb, he puts them next to one another. You see him trace a few things. You see the arcane programming pop up. He puts variable back in place. See it close. He hands it to you, and the transfer has been complete. It is no longer in your orb. Thank you very much, and have a pleasant evening.
You all as well, and I will leave with the Jork, who it's probably like I don't.
Oh, fuck
Just
that.
happened?
I'll be like, Jorg, I just learned that our greatest commodity is not quests, but the footage of the fisher I get on these quests.
Yeah, damn. Well, well done. You made
Audience
some
is
good
gonna-
financial decisions, apparently.
Audience is just gonna have his orb out all the time now. He's just like,
Anytime
He's gonna
anything
turn into a
embarrassing
vlogger.
is
He's
happening.
gonna selfie stick for his orb. And
Fisher, you are always going to be on film now. Make the life of Fisher.
And so it feels like the perfect moment to end today's stream with this very intriguing end of a stream with Tobiyashi treating Remy to the friendship date of his life.
I mean, I do feel inclined to ask, was I able to take anything during this date?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna have you do 3 sleight of hand check, 1 for each place, and I'm gonna determine what you took based on the result of each one of them.
Toby, and good news for you, you might have lost some gold tonight, but you might be getting some cloth from a different shard.
yeah, that's good. That's good. I can make another $250 cloak. But when you guys do get out and I show up at the end, you just see me in a suit, and I
It's
basically
like a full suit.
Yeah, it's like a full suit. I have shoes on actually now, and then you just see Remy in fine cloths.
Remy is wearing in addition to like underneath it, an even prettier coat thing.
Yeah.
Audience will just walk out and be like, "Oh my god, you guys look so cute together. Do I hear wedding bells?"
I'm just like, what? No, we're just friends.
You hear, oh, next 8, the orb. Take the orb out. Take the orb out.
No. Remy's involved. I don't want to put Remy.
Oh, okay.
I like Remy. Remy's fine. Well, I like Fisher too, but Fisher...
The like is different.
Truth is coming out.
You heard it here first, folk. Audience does not like Fisher.
No, audience likes Fisher. He
Okay.
just recognizes that Fisher can make him some money.
All right, well, on that very intriguing note, probably the one who is the most confused about everything that happened is Jorg. What the hell happened tonight? Where's everyone? Where are my friends? Who took them? Where's my puppy? I feel
We get
alone.
tons of money off of apparently America's Funniest Home Videos or something.
You don't know why, Jorg, but tonight, when you go to bed, it feels so reassuring to have your puppy with you, and you just fall asleep with your puppy in your arms as if it was a teddy bear. All right, so Remy, are you gonna send me the three rolls, or you already have them?
Oh, I rolled them just now.
Okay.
But I'll send them so that
Okay.
Jorg doesn't have to stay up longer than he has to.
Okay. All right, then. So, like I said, perfect moment to finish the stream for tonight. And we're gonna go with campfire because everyone likes a campfire.
Yeah, sorry.
And alright, so thank you for being here tonight. I hope you had a pleasant evening. You certainly had a little weirder one than usual, but still, pleasant one. I hope you'll be here next week as, well, I'm not sure exactly what we're going to do next week. Every quest has been finished. Audience does have a personal quest, and Fisher also has a research quest. But who knows? Maybe they'll take on a few more quests. We'll all see this next episode. And as always, if you enjoyed the show... Oh yeah, next episode next Wednesday or Friday if you're watching this on the rebroadcast. And if you're watching the rebroadcast, stay tuned. If we can get at least 3 people following a raid, we might actually raid someone else. Favorite target right now is Nucrium because of his D&D D&D stream on Friday, but who knows, maybe someone else will be there. So, as I was starting to say, thank you for being here, thank you for supporting us in whatever way you can. If you enjoy the show, you can support us by following us on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. You can also support the stream by making a donation, becoming a Patreon, subscribing on Twitch, or simply by spreading the word of this channel, so more people will come, watch, and might actually be able to do this as a living. I'd love it. Honestly, I would. So, as always, stay safe and stay healthy. Good night.
Good night.
10A.
Good night.